Hi, Henk Akkerman, Supply Network Dynamics, Chapter 10, clip number 8, Trust and Habituation. The chaotic behavior that we saw earlier on makes it very difficult to assess from the beginning if the measures that we propose to increase collaboration actually will always work. So in our base case, yes, if we have a, let's say, 25% demand increase, we'll have a complex life and almost recover at the end, but this doesn't really happen. So is that because of the opportunism? Well, let's look. What if I have less opportunistic behavior from the supplier? Well, interestingly, the customer then thinks that that they can read our minds almost, and indeed we also recover. So that does work. Interestingly, would it help if the customer would be not opportunistic? So the customer would actually be trustworthy. Well, interestingly, not. No, never recovers. And what if neither of them would be opportunistic? Yes, then we do see a recovery here. Yes, then life gets better. Initial conditions, do they matter? So you saw that with if we have, say, optimum trust in the beginning, does that work? Well, trust does erode, they say. And of course, this is without opportunism, so let's not get our hopes up too high. With opportunism on both sides, you may start with great trust, and you actually, oh no, too bad, but you actually go down the drain later on. So initial levels of trust don't really help a lot. Would initial levels of habituation help us a lot? Well, let's clean up the graphs here. What if you initially collaborate and habituate a lot? Of course, this is the base case, not really helpful. So let's move as quickly as possible to 25% increase, which killed us earlier on. I'm afraid it still does. And why? Well, those initial levels of knowing each other and having worked together in the past don't really matter much, because the problems occur later on. So if you would have that later on, and then your initial level of collaboration doesn't really matter all that much. So what you see in this model is that yes, initial trust and opportunism, etc., all matter, but once you get to the chaotic regime of 25%, life gets difficult indeed, very difficult indeed. But if, for instance, you are at a lower level, things may look really good. So once you engage in collaboration and trust, pray that the level of volatility that you're going to experience is not so high that, well, there's no safety.